This project exemplifies the spirit of UBELONG. We brought together a team of ordinary people that became extraordinary in the pursuit of a dream, of an incredible mission to bring out to light the stories, the untold stories of so many Vietnamese veterans that have powerful stories to say. And they are stories of sorrow, struggle, survival, all the stories that we can relate to, because if this trip has something, something that could define it, it's really a trip about compassion and reconciliation. And we also learn a lot about the long road to forgiveness and peace.
The thought of bringing back stories and photography from Vietnam to the American people, untold stories that we're going to shed new light on the situation here was captivating to me. Little did I know, though, that it would be much more than that. Obviously, in my 38 years at the New York Times, I handled many photo assignments throughout my career. This seemed to me on its face to be an assignment that would prove to be more important than anything that I had ever done.
It's quite interesting because coming on these trips, everybody comes from all walks of life. So to see all of these different strangers come together and it's starting to get to know each other, starting to work through very difficult challenges, throughout the process of the trip, there's a transformation. And it goes from being complete strangers into friendships that will last forever.
I was much more focused on the storytelling side because I love to write. I really focused on connecting with the individuals that we were interviewing. And I felt very strongly that I wanted to get as much factual information out of them because their story is so important to tell as part of this mission. And the photo can look as beautiful as possible, but without the story to complement that photo, you really don't get the full picture of the tragedy and the resilience and the love and the hardship that these veterans and their wives and their kids have gone through.
Personally, I've been a newspaper photographer for 43 years and I thought I'd seen it all, but I hadn't. I hadn't until I got here, and it really opened my eyes. You know, as a professional photographer, you can become very jaded, that you think you know everything. And this has been great for me personally and professionally because now I know that's not true.
What was interesting for me to think about an encounter on a daily basis was a combination of extreme suffering, but also a deep sense of resilience. So many of the families we met were profoundly affected by Agent Orange. Unfortunately, the ailments that are transmitted by Agent Orange are passed down from generation to generation. So some of the veterans we were interviewing had grandchildren who were being born with birth deformities. And that was really tragic for myself and for so many team members to see. But at the same time, what we encountered was a deep sense of forgiveness, a deep sense of optimism, and a really inspiring sense of looking to the future and having a positive outlook.
This project is not political. It's a project to try to uncover the human side of a conflict, and particularly its aftermath, which has been tremendously hard for the people who participated in it. A whole generation that was destroyed by the war and are still suffering today. And we want the world to understand that and relate to it, because it's also a generation that is dying. So seeing a collection of 40 portraits with their corresponding stories is tremendous.